What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rick One Ball coming at you again with yet another classic. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm making sure I cover each and every NBA game to provide you with up-to-date sports analysis as well as my opinion on these games. Into the game, the Golden State Warriors versus the Miami Heat. And right now, the Warriors are being stubborn right now. They are. And this is why they lost 3 consecutive games. It's quite simple. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But for Miami, whenever you can get Duncan Robinson going like that in the first quarter, he can be special for you late. If you don't get him going like that, he can be a downright defensive and offensive liability throughout the game. I'm talking about straight trade and block material. I mean, this man either plays with all the confidence in the world or no confidence at all. I'm not trying to come out here and get on James Wiseman. I really do not. He's too young of a player. He's just coming off injury from last year. But he does not fit with this team. I know that's an early observation. But the Warriors need a thick center. That's how they had success in the past. When you look at Andrew Bogut, when you look at Zaza Pachulia, a.k.a. Zaza Pachulia, you look at Festus Ezeli, more muscle, more girth. This guy right here is like a hybrid center. He's not giving you enough defense at all. Also, Jordan Poole, as much credit as we give him offensively for being a special player, damn near Steph Curry's brother, he is a defensive liability. And all this is not going to work out for the Warriors if they all taking hero ball shots. Everybody's taking hero shots and nobody's getting any easy baskets. I mean, you have between Draymond Green and Kevon Looney 9 points total combined. I know we don't judge Draymond Green on points alone, but you got to get about 12 points or something. Something got to be. You need easy buckets in there. You got all these hero shots. That's why it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Prop up with me this season on Thrive Fantasy. This is where I do all of my betting, y'all. See, with Thrive, you can cut out all the endless hours of research and focus on the top tier athletes that has the most impact on the game. Choose 10 out of the 20 player props and build your lineup. Each prop is assigned a fantasy value for both over and unders. Hit the most props and rack up the most points for your share at the prize pool. Thrive has over 200,000 in prizes weekly, and if you use my promo code ONEBALL, they'll even match your initial deposit up to $100. So get into one of those contests and use my promo code ONEBALL, and they'll match your initial deposit up to $100. Back to the show. Okay, this is what the Warriors are doing wrong. I'm not huge on analytics, but I did look at the plus minus tonight for the starters of the Warriors versus the bench players. And it is an ocean-wide discrepancy. Let me tell you, I don't understand, and I'm just an analyst, why Steve Kerr would decide to put in all the bench players and take out all the starters. There's no defense coming from playing Moses Moody, Ty Jerome, Wiseman, Jordan Poole, and Moses Moody. There's no defense coming. There's no easy baskets. When I see Moses Moody and Ty Jerome making threes, I'm like, these players are playing well over their head. They ain't that good. These are not high-quality NBA players like that. This is not a Sean Livingston. This is not a just outside of his prime Andre Iguodala. You don't have that luxury, Kerr, and until you realize that, you're going to be hurting yourself. But what I did realize and see that you did look at some of my advice and you did put in a couple starters and it was working when you put Wiseman along with Curry and Draymond Green, and it worked a little bit because Wiseman I don't believe is a good fit for this team just overall. So that's my takeaway on that. Despite having a monster game from Steph Curry for 23 points, 23 rebounds, and 23 assists, that man was playing crazy. Klay Thompson had an okay night with 19 points, and the Warriors were still in control of this game even midway through the fourth quarter. But I think they were up like 6 points with 5 minutes remaining. They had a huge brain fart. And like I said, when you get Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, you got the craftiness of Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry broke up a fast break that was a 2-on-1. It was Klay Thompson and it was one other down there, and Kyle Lowry broke it up with the game on the line. That's just the craftiness of that veteran, and it pays off in key moments. It really does. But one thing about having Wiseman on the floor during crunch time, it was the game on the line. Here comes Jimmy Butler with a right hand dribble. He switches to the left. Immediately when he switches to the left, he goes into a spin move. Left Wiseman standing there, laid it back up with the right hand. Game is over. So that's just why I'm telling you, this is not a good defensive. It's good defensive players on this team, but this is not a good defensive team. They're not stopping nobody. They're not stopping nobody, to my understanding. You can't do that. That's just my biggest takeaway from the game. Warriors lose their 3rd straight game. They're 3-5 on the season. Hey, Lakers are clapping it up because the more the Warriors lose and all the other teams in the Western Conference lose, the Lakers aren't going to look so bad. That's my biggest takeaway, you guys. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. It's your boy, Rick One Ball. Like, comment, subscribe.
Don't hit my phone, bro. If it ain't dope, bro. Bill code, nigga, 254, ho. EA Sports, I ain't talking Madden. East South Texas, I ain't never slacking. I'm from the dirty South. Pass me a nap if you need the plug. My nigga tapping.